Today, we can all agree that the world is moving to a digital medium. Did you know that an average mobile phone user spends approximately 3 hours and 15 minutes of their day using their phones? But what if you make use of this medium to make life simpler, safe and convenient, instead of using it to while away time on social media? If this sounds boring, don't worry, because we have gathered some pretty interesting content for you. In the third video of our 10 on 10 series, we have listed out 10 AI-powered apps, from language coaches to health assistants to finance assistants to music generators. We have listed a complete package to help you make your life easier. So let's dig in. Replika, your AI friend. To most of us, our mobile phones have turned into our phones, for real. But what's the point of having a friend that cannot actually understand you and talk to you? Well, this is where Replika makes its entry. So if you are someone who is not very social but needs someone to talk to, we would suggest you to download this one ASAP, but let us give you a heads up, a few initial users have revealed that they have fallen in love with this app, not metaphorically. So are you up for this? Elsa, English accent coach. Let us begin this with a fun fact. Contradictory to what most people assume, English language does not behold the highest number of speakers. It is succeeded by Mandarin and Spanish. Despite this, English is still deemed as an important language for universal communication. There are a number of language training apps, but here is why we feel that Elsa stands out to be our favorite. This accent trains the users based on what they are using this bot for, whether it is for the betterment of conversational language or for cracking your language exams, such as IELTS or TOEFL. The app also brings in updates based on events and occasions, which we think is really cool. Additionally, the app comes with a really creative and convenient interface. Now that you've got yourself a tutor, are you ready to train? Seeing AI? Well, you got us. This app is kind of famous. But for those of you who aren't aware, Seeing AI is an application developed by Microsoft to help the visually impaired know the world around them. The app uses artificial intelligence to identify objects, detects and reads out text, identifies colors, and basically becomes a personal assistant that narrates the surrounding to those with visual impairment. Though the app has only been launched on iOS, reports say that it will soon hit the Play Store too. This application has received a lot of acclamation, and hence we thought it would be wrong to not sneak this into this list. But on a serious note, kudos to Microsoft for taking up this initiative and building this useful aid. Plume Air Report. The recent air pollution spike in Delhi has caused havoc among citizens, but it also made us wonder where our city's pollution levels stand. Well, if pollution is one thing we cannot stop worrying about, we sure can stop worrying about how the logistics are faring. The air quality app developed by Plume Labs retrieves, calculates pollution levels based on several parameters, and compresses this into one simple index. With the help of this app, you can now know if it's advisable to go out for a walk or a run, or even if the atmosphere is safe to take children out. But we do have one question: will this app make people safe and cautious or worked up and anxious? Ada. How many of you plead guilty for typing in your symptoms on a search engine to find out which possible disease has hit you despite your doctors advising you against it? Well, we don't blame you because curiosity is in our blood, isn't it? But, jokes apart, having useful medical information surely does come handy. With so much of false information on medicine and diseases being settled on the internet, Ada gives you a way to curate this information by only telling you what possibly could be true. This AI health assistant does not just take the current symptoms into account. It takes into consideration the medical history of the user and later assesses the current symptoms by posing a number of questions. This detailed analysis and the precise predictions have instilled a trust among the users of Ada. So you can download this app if you like to have a health assistant in your pocket. Also, we feel that your doctor might give you a heads up too. Neuronation. The cool new fad in mobile apps gave rise to the numerous brain training apps. Don't you find these brain trainers pretty interesting and addictive at the same time? These simple training exercises are similar to the memory test games that we play as kids. They are not similar in the literal way, but in their approach. Neuronation is one such app that is built to push the limits of our brain and also reduce the stress levels in a very simple fashion. It creates a training plan by first analyzing our strengths and weaknesses through a test. The users of this app have claimed that it has helped them think smarter and faster. So, what say? Are you ready to sharpen your brains? Calorie Mama. There are tons of food tracking, calorie counting and fitness maintenance apps up for grabs, and most of them are pretty great at what they do. But Calorie Mama is one of those apps that isn't appreciated enough, so we are mentioning it here so that it gets the appreciation it deserves. Just like the other tracker apps, it helps you log your food, track your steps as well as fulfill your daily water consumption. But there is one unique way in which this app uses artificial intelligence. With this app, all that you have to do to check the macros and log your food is take a picture. Yes, you heard that right. The app uses object detection to detect the food and retrieves the information on the macros from its database. Is this simple or what? YNAB. If you are saving up for something, or are simply wishing to build your savings, or even if you wish to simply pay off your student debts, YNAB is one of the good budgeting apps for you. It gives you everything that a good budgeting app should give you. It allows you to set your goals. It allows you to set your saving goals. It gives you a way to track transactions. It gives you insights on your expenditures. And if you have a US or Canada bank account, you can save a lot more time and money, as you have the option of linking your account directly to the app, hence saving you the effort of manually entering data. Since a lot of students choose these countries for their higher studies, we put this up on the list. Once you get used to it, you will easily see progress, and once you do, you can thank us then. Air Measure. How many times have you wished that you had a measuring tool handy to, well, measure something? It is not a frequent incident, but we are all pretty familiar with such a situation. Now what if we tell you that you already have such an app on your phone? No, you do not need to own an iPhone for this. Air Measure is the Android equivalent of the Measure app, which is available as one of the default apps on the iPhone. We would not call it 100% accurate, but it does work pretty well when objects are nearby. You might take a couple of tries to get used to it, but all in all, it's handy and a useful app that you can have on your phone. If you are someone who gets bored of their music pretty quick, then this app is for you. Mubert is an AI-powered app that streams music generated by producers all over the world and customizes your musical experience based on your likes and dislikes. Nope, we are not kidding. This app currently gives access to 6 genres of music: deep house, hip-hop, ambient, chill, electronica and techno. You can stream music continuously for hours together, and we don't think you will easily be hit by boredom anymore. This app is definitely one of our favorites. How about you? With this, we have reached the end of our list, and we hope that you found at least a few of them interesting enough to try them out. All that you have to spare is a few megabytes of memory, right? Alright, so this is where we leave you, and like we always say, do let us know what you think about this list. Adios. We will return next week with more such interesting videos. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.